juice, and when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Oklahoma Sooners. Restate the statement call again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. He told me this would be the test of the year with both of these teams in the Big Ten, ranked in the top 10. They have got to crowd the line of scrimmage and get after the quarterback, see if they can affect this top 10 defense and offense at the line of scrimmage. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Sooners will kick off first, and here we go. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. The run inside. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws. Plucks it out of the air. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a...
Lots of room to run. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Say it. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. And they swarm him under. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Looking for a man. It's Sayin. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Sayin. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. Snap it to the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Here's the pressure. Still on his feet at the 45.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Leaves it with the back. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Pocket breaking down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. To the air, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat, and down he goes.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Buys a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Between the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Here's Sayin to throw. It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Spins away from the defense. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you know what? The best third down offense is don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
He's going to throw deep right side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeye! They'll try to add another to their lead. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Nice grab to get that quick kick inside the 10. And the returner goes down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. They'll try to spread out this defense on 2nd and 3 with a 4 wide-out set.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll try it again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air. It's Mateer. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's Julian saying to throw. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throwing, say it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man all by himself. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to be heard above the noise. Complete. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Illinois taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. And it's the Illini engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think.
Reels it in down the left side. Turning it on. Touchdown Sooners. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And I think it's pretty clear. They went into the half and said, we're getting the ball and we're going to be aggressive. And how about the aggressive shot down the field? Play one of the second half to start it, and he goes all the way to the end zone. That is how you start a half fast.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Back out there. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Quick completion on the out. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Say it. On target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, he's got some space. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Looking left. Got his man downfield. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
A lot of offensive coaches, man, they'll tell you they like to go 5 wide. You know why? Because they can read exactly what the defense is doing. They spread you all the way out. He read the defense right away, got the ball out quick to his playmaker so he could do his job. Nice job seeing what the defense was doing.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Sayin to throw. Under fire. And they got it.
Well, after putting up 5 sacks in their last game, this defense was hungry for more coming into this one, and they knew it was going to be maybe a little bit tougher going up against this offensive line. They've had some struggles in this game so far getting to the QB, but they finally got to him now.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. It's caught downfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's second and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it, but he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up third and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Going to the run, it's Jackson. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Now here's Sayin. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
From the gun on third down, Sayin. Trying to find the end zone. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. on the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
4th and goal, gotta have it. Who do you go to? You give it to your playmaker. You give it to your quarterback. You trust him. You trust him handling the football. He does what he's supposed to do, gets downhill, makes the 4th down conversion, and they get in for 6.
Inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. Its return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air, it's Mateer. Pressure coming. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. Drills him with the stiff arm. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Number 96, set to kick it off.
On the run from inside his own 5. If he was gambling on that return, it did not pay off. He's out of bounds at his own 6. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. He goes right back to the air. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. When you're trying to protect a lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. He'll take it himself. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. A designed run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Buys a little time with his feet. Firing to the right, complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Now on the move. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. A run for the quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Sooners come down and score one of their own.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got enough for the 1st. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Fires to the big fella.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw this slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Hard-hitting tackle. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Can't get him to the ground. Turns on the Jets. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in 1st downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a little room there. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. Snowed under by the defense.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's third down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this third down?
Well, I want to be aggressive from on defense. You can tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeye! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Mateer. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.